It often seems like American Christians are obsessed with the second coming. Just look at our best-selling books and many of our faith-based movies. They're about the rapture, the 7-year tribulation, the millennium, this literal 1,000-year reign of Christ upon the earth. Well, these media present the most popular view of the end times, dispensational premillennialism. This is the idea that God's plan of salvation has unfolded through a series of dispensations, making it dispensationalism. And then his plan will culminate when Christ returns and then initiates the millennium. So Christ returns pre-millennium. This approach is legitimate and biblical and is advocated by many knowledgeable Christian scholars, including me, as far as that goes. But some end times fanatics have taken their predictions to extremes, and sometimes with tragic results. Our first example is William Miller, who was a captain in the War of 1812. He was a farmer in upstate New York and a deist who converted to the Baptist faith in 1816. In his enthusiasm as a Baptist, he began to read the scriptures, and he became an avid student of the Bible. In reading prophetic scriptures in the book of Daniel, he determined that based on Daniel 8:14, unto 2,300 days, then shall the sanctuary be cleansed. The end of the world was coming during the year following March 21, 1843. Now, even though he was only a lay preacher, he developed a local following until two things changed his life. First, he published a book, Evidence from Scripture and History of the Second Coming of Christ, about the year 1843. Second, he hooked up with Joshua Himes, who was a gifted media publicist. So he became Miller's PR man. Himes transformed Miller the man into the Millerite movement. Miller was preaching an ever-increasing circuit under the biggest tent in the country, and other evangelists were recruited to carry his message even further. Now, as 1843 was drawing to an end, Miller wrote to the Second Advent believers to wait for the blessed hope and the glorious appearing of Jesus Christ. But then when March 21, 1844 came and went, a discouraged Miller confessed his error. But wait, there's more. Why, in reading more scripture, he found Leviticus 25:9 that said, "Then thou shalt cause the trumpet of the Jubilee to sound on the 10th day of the 7th month." So, Miller set a new date for Christ's appearing, October 22nd, 1844. Thousands of followers sold their possessions and left their employment in order to wait for Christ's return. But of course, Christ did not meet the second deadline either. And so, after this second date failed, Miller's followers were embittered. Miller was disgraced. Miller's failed prophecy became known as the Great Disappointment, and it discredited Christianity in the eyes of many.